What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. With Grubbs, always little segment I put together, called "Sit Down, Have Some Breakfast." Talk about some things around my care sleep. First off, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. Please smash that like button. Also, please smash the notification bell so that way you know when new content coming up. I know we're moving a little slow, but don't worry about it. It's about to get real crazy. So just be patient, man. Y'all know I always got some things working up my sleeve. But y'all also know I'll be doing a million things at one time. So, it's what it is. I can't really show y'all, too much, but I'm a simple man. Like I said, if we gonna build this relationship, y'all gotta know how I am. Most people know me, Lipton tea, only brand. Nah, I don't care about all the therapeutics, and I don't do that. I'm old school. Give me a Lipton tea, yellow box, black, decaffeinated. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I really do prefer decaffeinated tea. This morning I'm going with a little simple setup. Most mornings I don't even eat breakfast. I do like a early day, midday fast. Normally eat like around the afternoon. But this is y'all guys can't see it good, but this is a piece of apple cake. I get from the Dutch Country Market in the Northeast. I had to stop going up there because my doctor told me I had picked up weight. I don't know if y'all seen some of my other channels. My neck wasn't as visible. So, I had to get on my thing and stop cool out with the cinnamon pretzels, cinnamon sugar pretzels. I'll go up there. I'll get this cake, so on and so forth. But I was sitting this morning, and, you know, I was on the sponsors page. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I was on one of my other Instagram pages. And I tell people a lot, the algorithm has, strange feels. My personal Instagram page might show you really like basic stuff. Um, I'm a joker, so see a lot of comedy stuff up there. Um, Self-help, motivation, business ideas, few video fixings here and there, things, Instagram models. But for the most part, it's all, you know, cool. It's because I guess it's what I like. It's fine for me. It's my personal page. So when I look at my other pages, which is like could be the Instagram page for this platform or for Heart and Stripes or something, the feed gives a different feel. So I kind of like cross follow some of the same people. So I generally see these people feeds. And a guy came up with a feed. I just seen a feed from him on my regular page this morning. Pretty normal, basic shit, joking around, tripping. And then I go to this feed where it's a grinding up your own type situation. And like I tell people, it's nothing wrong with, restructuring your life because sometimes it's for the best. You might have a piece that's just not working. It's hurting more than it's helping, whatever the case may be. So I don't really evaluate anybody from doing any change. It's hard to change, extremely hard. Um, but it's like the way they move, and it's like the stuff that I do kind of makes me look at people like this weird. So we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the conversation. I founded a clothing line goes by the name of Heart Stripes. You hear me talk about it all the time. I wear apparel, whatever the case may be. I have been doing soft launches of it for some time because I don't really know how I want to go about it. I get a lot of people tell me, man, just print some clothes up and go take them to this person or take this clothes, give it to this person, give it to this person, give it to this. I do understand that. I do understand. But when you see one of the main people they keep telling me to get, get it to or take it to, doing what I just seen, it kind of make me feel why I've been slow walking the process. Because I'm sorry to say, I don't want any faces, not any altogether, but just I want to be able to pick what faces I want tied to this brand with me. I don't, period. That's my choice, it's my situation. And from what they just said, I can feel that way. It's my life. I mean, I can anyway, but I'm just saying situations like that. And not to be cocky, just being confident. I know I'm gonna have $1 billion run. I see it manifest daily. Um, I have a lot of things that people say, like I have a way of blocking things out. And this is going to be a good task if y'all can do it. I have a way of blocking things out. So like when my homies say, when I get ready to make a big decision, I'll be like, man, I don't have that shit, in my pocket. And he'll be like, well, what about the other situation? I'm like, oh. And then I open my wallet and I'll be forgetting because I hide cards in the back. These cards are business debit cards for the other businesses that I run, which still do generate money. I put a wall in my mind to forget about because I have this, I don't know if it's just me, y'all comment and tell me, but I have an infatuation with new money. So for instance, just for theory, not saying this, I could have $10 million right now sitting inside a trust, which I did created for my kids. Yes, I would do something like that and go and make new money. I'm weird like that. I know most of y'all rich people get up to the 50, 60 million and then y'all settle y'all kids. I'm backwards because I can check after I made that 10. So they got to get right first, and then I'll go make all new money along the way. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy making new money. So I was just never always, that's just always the way I've been. Um, like I used to do a weird thing. Like I had a pretty good business a few years ago. And I remember I used to do the interest bearing savings account. So I would get paid. And one of my close friends was like, "Damn, bro, you just get paid that crazy ass check." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, you ain't do nothing yet. Um, I'll let it sit in my interest bearing savings account just to make it $200. Like, I mean, it's just my mind works different. I mean, one, if the check came in, I still had money from the last check on my work. And I feel it's a business, so when checks come in, it's not like they pay checks. They make income tax checks. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. But even like I said, my like with me, I have a good creative spirit and it doesn't stop. And just to tell like what I tell myself to keep me going is I created so much, you know, I created things used daily. I created things I haven't even put out to the world yet. I have like books and books of adventures. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff still hasn't been made yet. So yeah, I still feel comfortable. I can just pick stuff out the book. But my daily creativity is still off the charts. So at the end of the day, I don't know what to tell you. It's not going to stop. And even to use the word billion, because I mean, I don't want $1 billion. I have a pretty simple life set up that I'm looking to achieve. Like I tell people, probably $100 million. I mean, but it also, I have to do the homework and see how much the currency goes. So, like, say for instance, right now, $50 million could let my family live for hundreds of years. But then 20, 30 years from now, that money might not be the same. $10 million might be $10,000. So really, and that's what a lot of, to be honest, and that's a good little educational purpose if y'all just got it. That why you wonder why a lot of these rich people just keep hustling, keep going, keep on, keep on. Oh, they got all this money. Why they still doing this? Why they still doing that? Think about it, because they might know how, it's people that can analyze and tell you how much this dollar would be worth. Then people pay attention. They deleting the penny. No more brownies out here, fellas. Pay attention. They deleting the penny. So things like that I pay attention to. So I do want to build a nice, healthy trust for my family. But in my mindset, like I tell people, I want like 50, $60 million to put in a family trust. And when I say family trust, is not my children now. My family trust is to carry my family name and legacy alone. So it would be like a simple setup, like each generation would get $10 million. Like just hypothetically, just for example, $50 million trust, each generation would get 10 million. So that lets me know that 5 generations of my bloodline will be millionaires. And I'm guaranteed it. And I don't know if y'all know how deep that go. 5 generations is a lot. You talking about that's like 100+ rich grubs that's out here. You know, man, y'all don't like that's the way I think. And hopefully by me putting together the empires and the blueprints, leaving my thoughts behind, these videos that will be on YouTube and so on and so forth, my grandkids or great grandkids or great great grandkids will watch and see, and they'll know where that entrepreneurial spark come from. They'll know that it's real and they can do it, and hopefully they take the fortune I left them and make it more for the next generation. And you'll have rich growers for hundreds of years, just like the rest of these families. That's the way that I think. And I think that it's doable because as long as I'm breathing, I know before I close my eyes, I'm gonna do a lot. I document everything. I make it so that, like I said, if anything ever happened to me, my folks can open the treasure chest and dig through it. Whatever they want to do, they want to sell off. Whatever they want to sell off, they want to keep whatever they want to keep. They want to run whatever they want to run. Sell the ideas. They can go sit down with my folks and sell out all my shares and do whatever they want to do with all the stuff that I got my hands in. And that's it. And even for me to be tell all this, I told you I don't feel like that guy. I don't. That's why I told you when I commented on the picture, I commented on the video. I said I help people. I don't help niggas. That's when you gotta understand. And I heard this from no funny shit. A white person told me, "I love you because you're a black guy." And I'm like, what that means? She was like, no, people don't understand. See, and that's when I realized that I can withstand in any rooms because a nigga is fuck out of here, dickhead, this, suck my dick, da da da. I ain't doing all that. I'm like, oh, that's how you feel? Solid. Hey man, knock yourself out, bro. Oh, don't run up on me, man. Slow down, go fast. I ain't getting raising my voice, man. Because if I raise my voice, raise my hands. So I just don't do it. And I know how to control myself. Um, Conversations. I'm always good with different conversations. I'm a weird reader. So I might read about IRAs or future investments and stuff like that. I'm not really a stock person. I invest in hard, not hard luck, but guarantee. Property, stuff like that, so on and so forth. Um, Outside of that, that's it. But I do know I got some good powerhouse moves that's in front of me that can be made Of course, I had to put the right people around me. Never said I wouldn't work with anybody. Of course, I got a lot of people out there I would love to work with, but we'll cross paths one day. Um, not a fanboy. I'm not a groupie. I ain't spamming nobody DM. And the reason for that is if I'm spamming your DM, that's missing time off a new customer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that if I'm trying to do business with you, you ain't buying shit from me. I'm gonna probably be giving you clothes. That's the difference. So I try to focus my time on what's bringing the money. Um, so before we go, let's talk about this sponsor. Um, this sponsor was very near and dear to me when I created it. Um, I used to be an affiliate marketer. I used to sell products for Amazon, ClickBank, Offer, Vote, list goes on and on. And I always thought to myself when I look back, you know, present day, and I look at the stats for these accounts, my, my Amazon seller account, all my affiliate accounts, and I look how many products I sold for someone else. So I told myself I'm going to create my own product. Clothes was the best thing because I actually enjoy fashion. I like fashion, so I was cool with it. In the beginning, it was okay. Clothes was selling. TikTok was very, you know, love to me in the beginning. Things like that. Um, but I had two reasons. I had manufacturer issues, and then two, I just didn't feel like I feel like it needed a purpose, and that's just me. That's why that guy gets to me. Like I can't stop helping. So I shut it down. TikTok approved that. Store just put everything out of stock 2 years ago, and I stopped. I said I was gonna get a good manufacturer, somebody who I can stand behind. I like this stuff. And then I said I was gonna get a cause. So when I sat back and I was bouncing around causes, you know, United Negro College Fund, all that goofy shit playing. But then I had to get real with it and I had to really think about what lies in my life. So I came up with the three causes that I picked because of my life. Veteran, of course, because my dad, and you know, the VA did do okay some things about my dad, but for the most part, I feel like they could have did more, but because of his percentage, they did less. So I created something where I'm gonna support those type veterans, like my dad, the ones that's fucked up and only got 10% clearance and 20% clearance, and you got these lazy weird ass niggas that got 100%. That shit kind of deepened me because some of them wasn't as fortunate as my dad to have a job and a house and all that shit. You know, everything set up for him. You know, because he worked, it came out fine. But it's just crazy. Also to autism awareness, because like I said, my baby girl, I mean, has autism. I keep telling people I don't call it a disease. She funny as shit. She cooler than a motherfucker. That's my nigga. And like I said, last but not least is homelessness because, you know, when I had moved back to Philly, I had, you know, I was watching the news one day and then I started reading some information where they were saying, you know, home when you like say if you move in a homeless shelter, it always used to be a gimmick back in the day. Go to the homeless shelter, you get a crib in like a month. Then they changed it to like a couple months, shit like that. And when I got back and I heard you could be stuck in that joint for up to 2 years, I'm like, damn. I'm like, maybe the state trying to make sure these people not flam and shit like that. So that's when I kind of targeted on that shit. And then I ain't appreciate because a little tidbit I'm gonna give y'all a lot of places. Like we was one of those places where all those immigrants came and we gave them housing. So to the point where Section 8 had to shut down for the black people in the city because they had gave so much housing to you know, I mean, no, the Mexican people who they allowed to come over. Ain't no disrespect. I ain't got no power with those people. Honestly, at the end of the day, my foundations are probably support all. I mean, we do probably have Mexican descendant people in the United States Army. I hope you guys know that. But so on and so forth. But I wanted to make sure I could make a big impact in what I do. And I also wanted to create these foundations that can be fueled off of that. So if the clothing brand runs for 20 years, the foundations continue to help for 20 years. That's my gimmick. If I can get 100-year run off the clothing line, those foundations are run for 100 years. And I wanted to make sure I can keep my foundations helping without depending on grants and donations. It don't matter. If my clothes sell, these foundations gonna stay full. That's all I thought about. I got a product, need the product. I got my product, and then I got them guys. And then, like I said, the rest of the moving parts that come along with it, it is what it is. But voila, that's the sponsor. So starting our next couple videos, you'll be seeing commercial, quick little commercial, different little pop-ups, QR codes and things and stuff, showing us trying to get the awareness out for it. Because before I go, I'm gonna give y'all one little tidbit too. There's gonna be a lot of people out here that feel how I feel. You'll look at a rich person, wealthy, famous, whatever, and you want to beat them, or you think that they're somebody better or whatever, right? There's people out here like me that's just as powerful as them. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. DJ Academic is showing y'all how powerful a basement boy could be. But keep it 100. Those people got where they at, and they at where they at because there's a team of people around. I can do every single piece that team around them does myself. That's how I've been able to stay afloat and continue to create and make the money I done made or the notoriety and stuff that I done gained from off the internet stuff because of that reason. So don't ever let these people make you feel like they're more powerful than you. Fuck them. You got something, create that shit, man. Put it out. Can't know who wants. Did you think it was corny? No, you didn't think it was corny. Make that shit. Put it out. Well, fuck what everybody else say, because I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, man. Remember how many people in this world, man. It ain't just the haters around you that can help your idea flourish or get your idea off the ground. It could be somebody in Africa. Oh, this guy is hilarious. I love his message. Now they sharing to his people. Next thing you know, you in Europe, you in UK. Come on, man. I'm only saying what I have done before. I have segregated myself to people who ain't supporting, ain't nobody signing up. No, bro, I went overseas and got a follow. Yeah, do the research. My original YouTube page, all my other ideas, I had a crazy following in the UK that I obtained off of Twitter. See what I'm saying? And those were the people, my loyal people who were signing up to all my stuff, keeping my ideas, making the fucking Google AdSense coming, making the impressions for my sites and stuff like that. Hey man, this is what it is. I understand. This is a big world out here. I live in the world, but my environment is not as big as that. But I understand how to tap into all of that from my environment. Once you understand that, you can. I could communicate with anybody in the world if I want to from this computer. I could call, I could email any famous person's agent. I could and like you can message people. Like remember, it's always a chain of people that go with people. Just got to know how to, communicate. You know how to communicate. You can get to anybody you want to, achieve anybody, anything you want to. Just communication. But just had to do this little morning breakfast talk with you guys. Get some things off my chest. Let y'all know some other things that I do outside of just building. You know. Um, but I definitely appreciate you guys, man. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, please make sure you smash that like button. Uh, Make sure you tap that notification bell. And your boys see you on the next video.